What happened on The View that morning was something no one in the studio, not the hosts, not the crew, not even Denzel Washington himself, expected. It was supposed to be an easy interview, a celebration, a conversation about his new film, his legacy, and the decades of work that made him one of Hollywood's most respected actors. Instead, it became one of the most shocking on-air blow-ups the show had ever seen. The day started normally enough. The audience filed in, buzzing with anticipation. People came early just to get a glimpse of Denzel, the man whose name alone could electrify a room. Whoopi Goldberg settled into her moderator's chair. Joy Behar sipped her coffee. Sarah Haynes reviewed her notes. Alyssa Farrah Griffin checked her phone. And Sunny Hostin sat unusually tense, flipping through her cards in a way that made even the crew whisper. When Denzel walked on stage, the room lit up instantly. Cheers, applause, people standing. He smiled that warm, effortlessly charming smile and took his seat. Whoopi opened with a soft intro, reminiscing about Denzel's career highlights. He laughed, cracked a few jokes, relaxed into his chair. Everything was smooth, until Sunny leaned forward. So, Denzel, your new movie has been getting some criticism online. Some say it feels out of touch with modern audiences. What do you say to people who think maybe it's time to let younger voices tell these stories? The entire energy shifted. Even from the audience, you could hear the tension tighten like a rubber band. Denzel kept his composure. Well, Sunny, storytelling is storytelling. Good work resonates no matter the age. But Sunny cut him off mid-sentence. Does it, though? Because your last 3 films didn't make much noise. Some people think you're holding on to a career that already peaked. Isn't it maybe time to step aside? Whoopi's eyes went wide. Sunny, she tried gently, but Sunny lifted a hand. No, Whoopi, let me finish. The panel froze. The audience shifted uncomfortably. The crew exchanged looks. Denzel sat back, jaw tightening. That same calm smile stayed on his face, but his eyes were no longer smiling. Sunny kept going, now pressing harder, almost aggressively. Isn't it selfish to keep taking roles when younger actors who understand today's culture, could be leading those films? That did it. Denzel's voice dropped lower, steadier. You think it's selfish for me to work? To tell stories? That's what this is to you? Sunny fired back. I think it's selfish to pretend you're still the most relevant voice in the room when you're not. Joy cut in, trying to rescue the moment. Sunny, this isn't fair. But Sunny lifted her hand. Name 3 recent roles under 30-year-olds have seen. Go on. The table fell silent. Sarah stepped in next, trying to reset. Denzel, we'd really love to hear what drew you to this film. That's not what I'm asking, Sunny snapped. I'm asking about legacy, about knowing when to step aside. Denzel's expression hardened. You want to talk legacy? Let's talk respect. You invite someone here, then ambush them with disrespect disguised as questions? Sunny rolled her eyes. Oh, here we go. The Hollywood Royalty Act. You're so used to people worshiping you that the second someone challenges you, you melt. Denzel leaned forward. Challenged? This isn't a challenge. This is petty. Alyssa jumped in. Okay, let's take a breath. We're losing the room. Stay out of this, Alyssa, Sunny snapped. Some of us aren't scared of asking real questions. Whoopi finally stepped in sharply. Sunny, that's enough. But Sunny turned on her, too. That's rich coming from you. You've been coasting on Sister Act for 30 years. The audience gasped. A few producers froze in place. Denzel stood, slowly. I think I'm done here. Sit down, Sunny demanded. We're not finished. Yes, we are. He removed his mic pack. The tension was now thick enough to cut. Sunny wasn't finished. Go ahead, leave. Run away like you run from every real challenge in your career. Go back to your mansion with your yes men. Denzel stopped at the edge of the stage.
turned, looked at her. "I feel sorry for you. Because one day you'll realize you burned a bridge for attention, not truth." "I don't need your pity," Sonny spat. Denzel kept his voice steady. "And I don't need this toxicity." Sarah stood, nearly pleading. "Denzel, please, don't go like this. We can restart." He softened toward her. "I appreciate that, but not with her at this table." Sonny crossed her arms. "Why? Because I'm a woman? Because I didn't bow to you like everyone else?" "This has nothing to do with you being a woman," Denzel said evenly. "This has to do with you being rude." Sonny's voice rose. "You're avoiding the question. Are you still relevant?" Denzel let out a short, almost disbelieving laugh. "Sonny, my career speaks for itself. Always has, always will. But I'll tell you what's not relevant, this manufactured drama." Sonny slammed her hand on the table. "You're making a scene!" Joy finally snapped. "Sonny, you told the man his career is over." The table, for the first time, united against her. Even the audience murmured agreement. Sonny looked around, shocked that no one was backing her. Denzel turned one last time. "You think this is journalism? This is cruelty, a performance, and not a very good one." Whoopi walked over to him. "I'm sorry, Denzel. This isn't who we are." "It's not your fault," he said softly. Sonny screamed after him as he walked off stage. "Yeah, go! Let everyone see who you really are!" He didn't turn back. When the door closed behind him, it echoed through the silent studio. The audience was stunned. Some were filming. Producers shouted at them to stop, but it was too late. Clips were already hitting the internet. Whoopi stood in the center of the chaos, struggling to restore order. "We're going to take a break," she finally said into the camera, her voice steady but grim. "When we come back, we'll figure this out." The commercial rolled. Off camera, the set erupted. Producers racing around, crew arguing, hosts whispering urgently, the audience buzzing with shock. Sonny sat alone at the table, arms crossed, insisting she had done nothing wrong. Her hands, however, shook. Backstage, Denzel sat quietly in the waiting car, replaying the entire confrontation. His phone buzzed with messages from colleagues, friends, reporters already asking for statements. He didn't respond. He simply stared ahead and sighed. "I just wish it hadn't gone that way," he finally said. His manager replied, "You handled it with more grace than anyone could have." Meanwhile, inside, the View hosts gathered around Whoopi as she made one thing clear. This can't be brushed under the rug. Something has to be done. Sonny left the studio moments later, walking out with her phone in her hand, scrolling through comments, most of them harsh, most of them criticizing her behavior. She kept walking, shoulders stiff, face set, but her hands still trembling. And that was the moment everyone realized what happened on The View wasn't just another bad interview. It was a breaking point, one that would be talked about for a long, long time.